Okay, you're watching New Car Spin. I'm your host, Brian, and this is a weird question. This is, what would you rather have? Would you rather have the new Lexus ES350 F Sport, or, I didn't know it's windy, I'm sorry, or the Nissan Maxima Platinum? They're both front-wheel drive. They both have a V6 engine. Which one looks better? The Maxima's been out for a while, and I always thought it's ahead of its time with design. So do you agree with me on that? I think it looks better. So leave a comment below and tell me, is this Maxima better than this Lexus? Here's the interior for you, which I think is a bit, like, I don't know. I don't like that trackpad in the center. It seems to look nice. It's comfortable. Let's look at the Maxima. See, that's the problem. The Maxima looks good on the outside, but I think the interior of the Lexus is better. It's like, I had someone comment on this before, and I agree. The Maxima needs to be all-wheel drive in order to be a four-door sports car. It's actually even in the taillights. Where did they put it? Oh, did they get rid of it? Like 4DSC for four-door sports car. Well, you know what? Let's give this guy a hard time. Hey, can I put you on camera?
Oh man,
that's a yes. Okay, Steve.
Yes.
You know, I think that the Maxima needs all-wheel drive.
I think I do now. I didn't before, but I do now.
Okay.
Not surprised. You know the Altima has it.
Yeah, and I need to drive that.
Yes, you do need to.
We'll talk about that later.
Yes, we will.
But this video is, we're going to talk about the Lexus ES350 F Sport versus the Maxima. They're both V6s. They're both front-wheel drive. So
great cars.
Yeah. So if you're on the fence, like, what's the price point on this one?
This one starts around 33. The Maxima does.
Yeah. So I did a spreadsheet of this event.
Yes.
$1.5 million worth of cars are here.
That's impressive.
And there's a mean price and a median price. The Maxima fits right there in the dead center.
In the sweet spot.
Yeah.
It's a good value, no doubt. Great
so
value.
I drove that Lexus yesterday with the Lexus rep, Chad. Should I drive the Nissan with the Nissan rep?
Absolutely. Steve? The Nissan rep, Steve. Absolutely.
Okay. Let's do this. I'll have you hold this camera.
Okay.
I'll put my seatbelt on, then you put your seatbelt on.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay. What is the name of this interior color?
This is Rakuta Tan Leather.
Rakuta Tan.
Yes.
It's a very interesting look.
It is. Gives you kind of the look and feel of a GTR.
Yeah, that's where I've seen it before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it the same as what's in the GTR, or is it sort of like inspired by?
I think inspired is probably the best way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very same look and feel.
Okay. So let me start this up. Get that air going. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Turn this down a little bit. You comfortable?
Yeah. We do have heated and vented seats.
Yes, you do.
Right here. Okay. The traditional Nissan controls. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's a sport button. I'm just going to press that.
We're going to be in sport mode.
I'm good for that.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so if you're not a fan of the Lexus trackpad, we have a touchscreen here, right? And we have the same features as the Lexus. We have radar cruise, We have lane assist. We have a power rear sunshade. So what is the difference between these two cars? Like that Lexus is $52,000, I think.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they have on that vehicle.
Okay.
This vehicle here is around $45,000, and this is the Platinum Edition.
Okay, so this is the top.
This is the top of the line.
This is your worst case scenario.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you're like, you know what, that Lexus lease isn't working out for me, you could look at the Maxima.
Absolutely.
And get a better deal, but get the fully loaded Maxima.
Fully loaded Maxima, absolutely, for around $45,000 with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, and it's like, then these are comparisons. Like this is apples to apples in my mind.
I would think so. Pretty
Okay.
close. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's drive it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will have you hold that camera.
Okay.
Let's turn the fan down actually, because I'm sure it's gonna like annoy the microphones.
Mm-hmm.
We'll use the backup camera. This has moving object detection, right? So it's got an auto brake if someone's flying through the parking lot as I'm backing up.
It has, yes, it has both rear automatic braking, and then it has the front, emergency automatic braking as well.
Okay.
Automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection on the front.
Okay.
And you saw the around view monitor there with the various camera shots you can get on the front, the back, and the side of the vehicle here.
And we do have a flat bottom steering wheel. I don't think the Lexus had that. And the steering in here feels much better than the Lexus.
Nice to hear.
It doesn't feel artificial at all. It feels very organic.
Hello.
It's very windy out there.
A little bit.
It's kind of over here, so move the middle. There you go.
Perfect. Okay,
Thank you.
enjoy it. Bye.
See you, Alba.
All right, let me grab that.
Okay.
And I've always liked the exterior design of this. I think it's ahead of its time. I still think it's ahead of its time.
Well, thank you for that. And I'll say we did make some some model year 19 kind of mid-cycle refresh for the vehicle.
Yeah, you know what you did?
What did we do?
You removed 4DSC from the taillight.
You missed that, do you?
I do.
That was
well,
kinda, that was neat.
no, I gave you guys flack for that. I said because it's not all-wheel drive. Like, why is that on there? And you guys took it off for me. So thank you.
Just for you.
For me, yeah. Well, you know what Lexus told me? They have that NX, the little SUV.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and there was like a little mirror. There's a little thing that comes up, and they put a mirror on the other side of it. I'm like, well, that's great if you do line dancing or whatever.
Right.
And the guy's like, yeah, you know what? We got one of the journalists at our event in Canada said it'd be great if there was a mirror on the other side of this, and they put a mirror on it because it would cost them like nothing to do it.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, so
There you go. You have a lot of power, a lot of pull.
yeah.
Apparently.
So if you guys want to see something on the Maxima, let me know in the comments below, and I'll tell Steve, and it'll get handled.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're the guy.
Oh yeah, I am the guy.
Yeah. So let's drive here. I'll let you hold that.
Okay. All right.
300 horsepower. What is this?
300 horsepower. You got it.
Nice.
V6 dual overhead cam. A lot of torque.
Is it the same that's in the 370, or is it like a detuned version in the Z?
I'm not exactly sure on that 100%. It's our award-winning VQ engine. It's got the 261 pound-feet of torque as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What I do now is I do uncut video.
Oh.
So I give all my viewers like the real deal.
I don't know if I'm not sure I'm the real deal. I'm kind of
This is Steve in the flesh.
Yeah.
Raw Steve.
You just pulled in front of that 300, I think.
Nah, I had the right of way.
Yes, you did. Absolutely. The Maxima can take it, no problem.
Yes. What I can't take is being behind a Buick. But
No.
what is the crap on the road for?
That's a good question.
All
I
right.
saw somebody yesterday throwing some gravel, and I go, "That's not a good thing.
No.
Now that's going to
No.
bust some windshields." So, oops.
Yeah, I keep a distance from that.
Yeah.
Basically, my videos are now like the whole experience, and there's no fluff. It's all legit.
Uh-huh.
So my subscribers know that. They appreciate that. That's why they subscribe.
There's maybe a police officer up here too, just to
Yeah.
warn you.
Yeah. Oh, that guy.
Yeah. That's
I have a Tawa card.
that'll get you in jail pretty quick.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
Well, and I think that's, I mean, and I like that as a consumer as well. I want to see something that's pretty legit, that is legit.
Yes.
That's real. That gives the full story, and we want that with Nissan. We want the unvarnished truth, and so absolutely, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. And from the perspective today, like you look at things like people will notice the MPG meter, like, well, we've been idling, we've been driving it hard. This isn't real world. You know what that is? That's worst case scenario, right?
Right.
So, this is like the most extreme conditions. Journalists put these cars through really terrifying conditions all day long. This is the second day. I'm gonna let these guys go.
Absolutely. We had it out on the cone course, of course, and so we were pushing it out there as well, and it handled very well. But you're right, the journalists are going to do exactly what you're doing.
Oh, you know what the other thing was, Steve? This CVT. We need to talk about that.
Okay.
Does the Maxima? Okay. So the Altima and the Maxima are two different platforms, right?
That's a good question.
So the Altima has all-wheel drive. Is that a CVT?
Yes.
That's interesting. So you could do all-wheel drive in the Altima.
You mean in the Maxima?
Sorry, in the Maxima, yeah.
Right. Yes.
I'm looking at a Sonata over there. I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
Because he's in my way.
We do have the all-wheel drive in the Altima now, and I think the main reason for that is now the popularity of CUVs in this country. There's a love affair now with CUVs and SUVs that's stronger than ever, and sedans just aren't as popular. And so people, if they want the safety that comes with an all-wheel drive, are going to CUVs and SUVs, even if they like sedans. They're having to go that route. And we said, let's we have a lot of people in the Northeast that like sedans and want that safety that comes with an all-wheel drive. So we put all-wheel drive in this 2019 Altima, which is phenomenal. It's a great vehicle. It's a great value. I encourage people to check it out. But that's kind of the main reason for doing that.
Okay. And that makes sense, but the price point is completely different on the Altima compared to this Maxima.
Yeah. I mean, it is about $10,000 as far as starting price. About $10,000 price difference.
Okay.
From the Altima to the Maxima.
But the Altima is not a V6.
We have two different powertrains now with the Altima. The 2.5 liter, and then we have the 2.0 variable compression engine in the Altima.
From the Infiniti QX50? That one?
Yes.
Okay.
Similar. But yes, the 2.0 liter. It's the world's first production variable compression engine and it's in the Altima, and it's phenomenal. I'm not driven it. I hear it's phenomenal. Journalists get in them before I do. Well, it's hard to believe,
so, not hard.
I know. and that's the way we want it. We want the journalists to get in there, drive the vehicles, and let the consumers out there who are watching this video know. I'm not an expert by any means on all of these products. I know enough to be as dangerous as I can be on all the products we have. But
that's just enough. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, just enough. But yeah, the 2.5 liter in the Altima, and then the 2.0 variable compression, two great powertrains. But yeah, this comes with the 3.5 liter, which you don't get in the Altima now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So literally, like, we've parked right behind that Lexus. That Lexus is smaller than this Maxima. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, is it?
Like,
okay.
This car feels wider and longer on the inside.
Right.
The Lexus felt a little sportier, I'll be honest.
Sure, absolutely.
But this feels like now, because I know when you guys launched this car, I was like, it's so radical. That was like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now it feels like it's coming into its own, mainly because its price point now works. It seems like it has like everything that works for it. It's in favor of it now.
Yeah, I think it's a tremendous value. What you get for it, and we've added to that value package in 2019 with this freshening. Mm-hmm. I mean, we redid the front fascia and the grille, made the grille more voluminous, more of a deeper V that comes through that flows through the hood, makes it look more aerodynamic. And then we also redid the rear fascia.
Okay.
We also did some interior stuff as we were talking about earlier, but the safety shield technology is now included in this vehicle, and a lot of great technology.
Oh, that's this button down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Automatic emergency braking.
Okay.
The rear automatic braking, the blind spot warning, the rear cross traffic alert, the high beam assist, which I think is great. A great feature to have. The traffic sign recognition, which is great, and so it puts up the traffic sign. You know, a lot of times you're driving.
Right here.
Yeah, you're driving along and you don't see you don't see a speed limit sign for miles. And you're going, what's the speed limit? Well, it's up there on your dash, which is great. And another great standard feature that we're going to have in all of our products is rear door alert, which is huge, I think, here in Texas. And we had a couple female engineers who came up with this, just genius. But she went home one night after having some Italian food, left her lasagna in the back seat, went to bed, got up the next morning, got in her car, and it reeked of lasagna because she left in the back seat. So the light bulb went off in her head. Hey, I think I can do something here. So she worked with the door sequencing logic and came up with technology that if you get in the car, you open the back door, you put something in the back seat, you get in the car, you drive somewhere, you get out of the vehicle, you go in, the car's going to honk at you and say, hey, you left something in the back seat.
Nice.
God forbid you leave something serious, but the car's going to let you know, hey, Dumbo, you left something in the back. And we've all done that.
Yeah, on a hot day, that's easy to do.
You don't want to leave, God forbid, a pet or something else in the back
Anybody.
seat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's great technology you're now getting in this vehicle, and we're all, safety is important to all of us, but that technology, I think, is one of the great features of this vehicle, among the many other things. Yeah.
And just on the tech side, you know, the Lexus there has the trackpad and not a touch screen, whereas here we have the touch screen and things you would like natively and intuitively use on your own.
Yeah.
And we have freed up room for other things. We were in sport mode, and we also have a control here for the map, but we have dual control set up. It's not like the Lexus at all, and I think some people like me are really put off by the way that Lexus operates inside. And it's really a personal taste at this point, but when it comes down to a couple grand, like personally I don't mind the differences,
right?
And I on my videos I try and convey the personality or the experience, and having you, Mr. Nissan.
I don't know about that, folks.
Steve, Steve is Nissan. Having Steve in the vehicle to explain everything and being able to tell him how I feel about it is really cool. Like, Nissan is that cool.
Well, thank you.
I got the opportunity yesterday with Chad, and he's Mr. Lexus. Like, I can't stump that guy. And I can't stump Steve. But
unstoppable forces is what we are.
Yeah. And I'd say, like, the Lexus is an interesting sporty setup. The Maxima is a better value, hands down. And the interior in here is just more native, more daily. I can understand this easily. Get in here, anyone, my friends, I can let anyone get in this car and be like, yeah, drive it.
Very accessible. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're proud of it.
There you go. This is Steve from Nissan. I'm Brian with New Car Spin. We're in the Maxima. Check it out. And there, of course, is the Lexus. I had a video on that. I'll post that soon. See ya.